Authorized personnel only. That sounds like me. What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video by the Moto Man. Today has been a video that I've been wanting to make for a while, and one that I have promised you guys that I was going to do once we hit that 100 subscriber mark. Well, I'm happy to say that we are currently closing in on 150, but without further ado, the 2023 Zero FXE. Alright, so first off, let's talk about why I bought this bike. Well, to be completely honest, I had two of these Zero motorcycles before. One with the knobby tires, which is called a Zero FX, and another Supermoto version, which at the time was just called an FX, although they're calling it an FXE now, as they've totally upgraded the design with a company out in San Francisco. Although this is a California American-made motorcycle. So given that I had two of these before, I knew what I was getting myself into. This was a Facebook Marketplace find, as my Aprilia was as well, and several other of my motorcycles. So obviously when I was in the market for a motorcycle, I needed it to be very different than the Aprilia so that I could bring you guys some variety to the channel. I think that absolutely ticks this box, being fully electric and more of a supermoto than a full-bred race bike. But the number one reason for me purchasing this bike is that I wanted to have a motorcycle that I could take out with my girlfriend and just comfortably cruise around. The Aprilia, it's just not great for that at all. I mean, not to mention that I don't have rear pegs or rear seat on it currently. Not that I couldn't put it back on, but it's just a real pain. It's not a comfortable riding position for her. It's not a comfortable riding position for me. My nuts are going to be up against the tank. We hit a bump, she leans forward, they're just going to get squished. But with the Supermoto, you have that perfect riding position, nice and flat, hardly any of an elevation here where she would sit at all. Just real comfortable. And then additionally, it being electric, it's super quiet. There's no loud pipes. We can literally talk to each other as we ride without needing a cardo or anything like that. So to me, if you're looking for a bike just to cruise around town with your girl, this is absolutely it. Now, the second reason I decided to pull the trigger on this specific bike is, to be completely honest with you, the price. This is a $12,000 motorcycle, brand new. It currently has only 495 miles on the odometer. You can see it right there. Just to give you a little backstory about this bike, the owner had it up for $6,500, and I was talking back and forth with him, and I basically told him, like, hey man, great bike, but I just can't afford it at the time, to be completely honest with you, for what you're asking. And he said to me, he was like, well, how much can you afford? And, you know, I said to him, I could maybe scrape up $3,000. And I thought the conversation would end right there. But to my disbelief, he said, you know what, man, I would take that. So the next weekend, I hopped in a pickup truck and I drove to Jersey and picked this up for only $3,000, which to me is absolutely insane. You can't even get a Sur-Ron for less than, like, what, $4,000? So to get a full-blown motorcycle that the state recognizes as a motorcycle and registration, you do have to have a license to ride this vehicle. For that little money is just absolutely insane to me. So it was an absolute no-brainer. A couple of the specs on this bike: does have 46 horsepower and 78 pound-feet of torque. So by no means is it a Stark Vark killer, but I have all the torque in the world that I need right here on the Tuono. The Stark Vark, in comparison, the models range from about 80 horsepower to 60 horsepower, depending on which one you get. So yeah, the Stark Vark absolutely gonna walk this thing. But the Stark Vark, you're definitely not whipping around with your girlfriend nearly as comfortably as you are on this. I mean, this is a significant bit bigger. I think a Stark Vark weighs around like 260 pounds, where this weighs 298 pounds. Then my Aprilia, for comparison, weighs about 460, 470 pounds. So to me, coming off of that, this is like real lightweight that I can throw around. I know I would be able to throw the Stark Vark even more around. You see people doing crazy wheelies on it, which is awesome. So I would absolutely love to add one of those to the channel someday. But for now, this is just much more in our budget, so I had to scoop it up for us. The only real mods I plan on doing for this bike is to get rid of the goofy mirrors. I'm not sure if I'll do bar ends or not, or rock no mirrors, although since I'll be riding with a passenger most of the time when I'm riding this bike, it's probably a good idea to have mirrors. I'm gonna need to do something about about the rear and front turn signals. They're just real goofy. And then obviously I'm gonna need to get rid of this monstrosity right here. I mean, it's real funny compared to the Aprilia. You got the nice plate flip tuck on that, but then you got this. So, but I've made custom brackets, since, you know, there's really not many parts for these bikes, which is kind of an issue with them. The company, like, it seems to be, they're kind of fading off, if I'm being completely honest with you, which is, I'm sure, another reason why I was able to get this bike so cheap. But yeah, I'll have to make a custom little bracket, which I've done in the past. But other than that, to me, this bike is pretty much ready to go, and I really have no other plans for it, just to mostly keep it stock and just kind of rip around on it. I mean, it's totally clutchless. You got your front brake right here and absolutely nothing right here. They retained the rear brake pedal, but other than that, it's really just get on and go. No gears, no nothing. It does have some Bosch 9 Gen brakes, which is really cool. I mean, we have the Bosch system controlling all the electronics on the Aprilia as well. You can see right there. So it's nice to maintain that same high quality. The craziest thing about this bike to me is when they give you this little hole in the swing arm here that they've drilled out. And this is actually the charger to the vehicle, and it's just a little 110 AC charger. But all right, I'm gonna stick this back up in there. Enough talking, let's hop on the bike and let's rip. Got that real nice start screen, just a little touches. I mean, this is a $12,000 bike after all, so it should have the nice little features like that. I may have only paid a quarter of the price for it, but it still is a $12,000 bike at the end of the day. So the bike has 3 riding modes, and it also has an app which you can connect to your phone very easily by just holding down the mode button, and then it'll show up in your Bluetooth on your phone. You can control everything right here with just this button. So right now we're in eco mode, so definitely going to go ahead and put us in. That's custom, which I haven't really set up in the app yet. You can really fiddle with things, how much you want the max speed to be set at, torque, the regen, the automatic braking, stuff like that. But for now, I'm just going to pop it in sport mode for the sake of this video. You can see that we are connected via Bluetooth, though. It's so weird that there's no noise and you're just able to pull away. I mean, you're always like, for me on the Aprilia, you gotta wait to start it up, put it in gear and go. But this is just, nope, turn key, flip the red switch and go. So a couple things to note right away, besides the pure silence, which is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, coming from the Aprilia and listening to that thing roar, then getting on this and just absolute nothing, no matter how much throttle you give it. But the seating position, if I feel very like low to the ground, very comfortable, it's very upright. I mean, the only other supermoto experience I have is the other Zero that I owned, and a Honda CRF 450R, which wasn't even street legal, it was a full-blown race bike, and that felt like a lot higher off the ground. So this feels like very low but very comfortable. My feet are very parallel, like my legs are not bent that much. They're more at a 90-degree angle, opposed to the Aprilia where they're much more at a 45-degree angle. When I had taken the Aprilia to the beach, it was like I really needed to stretch my legs after just like an hour and 10 minutes of riding. But on this, you could be very comfortable for, I'm sure, as long as the battery would last. So yeah, let's talk about the range on this. I mean, it's saying 32 miles that I have on the range with 88% on the bike. Now that's given I was just ripping around on it a little bit in sport mode. So, but they say, like, if you're riding this thing around the city, that you should have approximately 100 miles of range. And then in sport mode on the highway at like 70 miles an hour, they say you should have about 40 miles of range. But yeah, you can see the range has even gone up now because, you know, we're cruising at much slower speeds. Give it a little gas around this corner here. Oh yeah, the torque is right there when you need it. And the bike just feels so light, you can just throw it around. I mean, only 298 pounds, really just docile. But yeah, the torque is there at every moment you need it, no matter the speed you're doing. The brakes feel incredible as well. This Bosch ABS system is everything that you need it to be. But yeah, the torque is right there. I mean, the torque seems to be a lot stronger 0 to 40 miles per hour, and then it definitely decreases a little bit, but it is still very strong, even up at 50 plus. You guys can hear the whine. It sounds pretty cool, the little EV whine. But yeah, the great thing about this bike being completely silent is you can rip all you want, wherever you want, and no one would ever know that you're breaking the speed limit. Where with the Aprilia, people are going to hear you from miles away and know whether you're speeding or not. I mean, they're just going to assume that you're speeding just looking at that bike. Let's check out the torque up this hill. So this is pin to throttle. Real quick. You can tell this is a full-blown motorcycle. Like, this is no e-bike. You feel real secure and solid. I'm sure that's something that it has over the Stark Vark, being that it's about 40 pounds heavier, is it feels a lot more secure at these higher speeds and hitting those bumps. Now, I'm sure the Stark Vark takes bumps very well since it is considered like a race supermoto, but this feels very sound as well. Like, to me, this is the perfect bike if you're looking for something to ride around town with your girlfriend on. Like, it's quiet, so we can talk to each other without eating a Senna or a Cardo. It's clutchless, so you literally can be one-handed 24/7, keep your hand on her leg. And there's just really nothing to think about. It's just gas, brake, that's it. Or I should say throttle, brake, considering it's an EV. When I was younger and I had my other Zeros and my buddy had a Zero as well, we used to come here all the time at nighttime and just rip around the baseball fields and the soccer fields because no one would even know we're here. I mean, you can't do that on a regular dirt bike. The cops would be there instantly on your butt. But because it's quiet, no one even knows we're there. Now, obviously that has its pluses and its minuses. I mean, I think, in my opinion, it being quiet is a big negative thing for the safety, just because people don't see you and hear you coming. But in terms of just being stealthy and getting around and not causing a nuisance whatsoever, that's definitely what it's got going for it. No one gives you dirty looks like sometimes they do on the Aprilia or other stupid loud bikes, because no one cares. You're not bothering anybody. But yeah, we're gonna have to see if we get a little off-road working. But man, the torque, woo, little like supercharger Hellcat whine it's got to it. It's really what it sounds like, in my opinion. Listen to it. Let's see how the Pirellis do on this incline right here. You can see all those people over there, but they probably won't even notice me. Looks like we need a little bit of speed. Oh yeah, with ease. Just no problem. Just Billy Goats its way right up. With absolute ease. Didn't even hesitate for a second. And it's real comfortable too, taking all these bumps. I feel super safe, super secure. And the brakes, they are right there. This Bosch system is really doing its job. But yeah, we're just cutting up all these trails and no one would know. Let's go up this hill right here. Oh, real steep. Oh, the electric motor just eats it up. Doesn't hesitate for a second. Oh, but this is so cool. This just, you can't do this on a gas-powered bike. So W to the EV bike for this. Not sure if we should really ride through the field here. I mean, it is broad daylight, but fuck it, right? Do it for you guys. Hopefully no cops driving by. I mean, I feel like even from the road, if they were to see me, probably just gonna assume that I'm on like a Suron and wouldn't waste their time until they see my license plate on the back. But other than that, from a distance, this is definitely just gonna appear to be a Suron to anyone. Ooh, a little kick out there. Just jump this curb. Seems to be so far, no matter where you are, streets or off-road, this bike is in its element. I think the only place it really wouldn't be in its element is the highway. But if you just need to get on it for a little bit, I don't think it would be an issue for you. See the pickup here. Oh, whoo, I had my eyes on the speedometer instead of on the road. That's on me, 100%. Now, if I was gas powered, she probably would have heard me there and not pulled out, but it's just something you got to think about when riding this bike. The torque just up these hills is unreal. And it's especially impressive that it's impressing me, because that's literally what the Tuono is known for, is its crazy torque. I mean, it's the exact same engine as the RSV4, but it's so much more torqueier due to the gearing. So the fact that this is just still throwing me back is real crazy. So we've been ripping around for 20 minutes now, giving it some pretty good gas, and I think we started at like 88%, 87%. There's the little trail. And we're down to 72 now. Yeah, so now we're just like sneaking on this back little walking trail. And again, just nobody knows. Nobody cares. Woo! Little kick out there. Be real careful. When I had the FX0, the one with the knobby tires, I didn't have to think for a second, but yeah, with FXs and these Supermoto tires, you gotta be a little more careful with this like wet mud and stuff. Can light this tire up real easily. I think we'll wait until we get out of here to do some burnies and whatnot. Last thing I need to do is put this bike right into a tree. Woo! Just flick that throttle the slightest bit and it's gonna go. Got real sideways there. That was nice. I know I said I was gonna wait, but I think the excitement overcame me there. Authorized personnel only. That sounds like me. Ooh, little bumpies right here. Let's see how the suspension handles it. I mean, we're doing 45. It's eating it up real good. That's impressive. Even just the turn signal button, like, it feels crisp. So it's good to know. I mean, you can tell this bike was made with quality. I mean, it is American made after all. But yeah, to me, I personally feel like I've got the best of both worlds right now. Having the Aprilia and having this, I mean, between the two bikes, I've got everything that I could ask for out of a motorcycle. I can't think of anything that I'm missing. And then we've got the M4, so we've got a nice little fleet here, Moto Man Productions. Plenty more videos gonna be coming. Lawnmower up here. Look, he's not going to hear me, so I need to make sure that he sees me. Yep, he sees me. Whoa, got a little wheelie there over the hill. Let's go. Oh my gosh, the way you can just lean this bike. I mean, it had so much more to give there. Getting a little wobbly there at the higher speeds, hitting those bumps. But that was honestly on me, if anything. Look, we're getting a little overheating warning right now. 262 degrees the motor's at. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, that was something that happened on my other Zeros too, is I did notice they kind of tend to heat up pretty quickly if you do start to beat on them. I mean, it went away now because we were getting down to like 250, so that's good to know. Anything like above 255 it considers to be running a little too hot. I'm just surprised. I mean, we weren't beating on it for that long there, and it was already giving me the overheat warning, but it's all good. So I figured this gravel lot would be a good place to kind of demonstrate the instant torque on this vehicle. It'll just light the rear tire up real easily. Just a little flick of the throttle like this. Yep. I mean, it'll just woohoo! It'll just do a rolling burnout on this gravel for days. It's crazy. It's a crazy sensation to do a rolling burnout on a bike. And again, like, it's effortless. There's no playing with the clutch to get it just right. Like the risk reward, the risk is just so much smaller and the reward is just so great. I mean, it's an incredible feeling. Can stand up on it incredibly easy. My feet are like completely flat right now. Just absolutely cruising. Do a little cut through right here up the sidewalk. I wonder if some people look at me and think, oh, what an EV bitch. But little do they know my two other vehicles. Hi. No turn on red, Monday through Friday. Well, it's Sunday, people. Whoop. Little white wheels on this Boxer here. Crazy color combo. Got the Val Baba license plate frame. Doesn't look like it's a Val Baba exhaust. Oh, we got up here a little Mercedes AMG. Very nice. With the carbon ceramic brakes on it too. The matte gray. Very nice. I'm sure we'd absolutely give him the smoke though. Yup. See ya. Little Supra. Woohoo! Let's do a little pull from a stop here. 3, 2, 1. See ya! I'm keeping it in sport. I'm not going to put it in eco just simply because I like women. But it feels great just at this 56 miles per hour right now. I mean, definitely more wind resistance on this than the Aprilia, just because I'm even more upright. But it's pretty windy out today and I still feel very good on it. But yeah, it's the lean that I can just get so deep into it. I mean, the tires definitely aren't that hot, so I'm not going to get crazy with it, but it's crazy how much you can just lean this bike. This might be my buddy Chris up here in his Audi RS6. Yep, it's my buddy Chris in his RS6 Avant. Thing's stage 2, 800 horsepower. Yeah, he's putting a little bit of a gap on us. I can smell those catless downpipes though. I mean, we're right with them though. So much for conserving the battery. Ooh, listen to his pops. Yeah, he sounds real good though. Unfortunately, that Bronco's in our way, otherwise I know he'd keep it with boogieing. Listen to those downshifts though. Woo, she sounds menacing. Yeah, 800 horsepower that wagon's making. Who needs an SUV when you got that? What up? You got me when I'm conserving power. I'm heading back to the apartment right now, but wow, the popcorn, unreal. Man, of course, just what I'm saying, need to conserve my battery though. Woo! That thing is spitting. That was dope. Alright, well, we're at 35%, so it looks like we just killed like 9%, I guess, getting from the shop to here, but still got 14 miles on the range. We should be fine. Oh man, it just feels so good in the curves. You don't have to worry about downshifting. You can just focus on taking the turn. Focus on your lean angle. Yeah, these Pirellis are really doing a good job. Down to 25% now, really eating through the battery quickly. 10 miles. Unfortunately, on just the cord charger that I have stuck between the swing arm, from 0 to about 100%, it takes almost like 6 hours to charge up. Where if you have the quick charger, which is I believe like around $700, it only takes about an hour. So it's a huge advantage to have the quick charger for sure, because like I'm gonna go home right now, and not that I was planning on it, but there's no taking this bike out really again. Good amount of bikers out today. I mean, it is mid-October. Down to 20% now, 8 miles on the range. Oh man, it's getting pretty low. We still got a decent little bit to go, so might have to slow it down a little bit here. I pop it in a custom mode here. It has the regen brakes on, so I should have actually done that before, but it'll actually regenerate my power as we brake and slow down automatically. So it's kind of just like the Aprilia. I have the regenerative on that, but this actually will build my power back up as we go, so something I definitely want right now. Take any power I can get, considering we're down to 18% and 8 miles on the range. Yeah, it's so nice not to have to pop it in first gear and let go of that clutch. It's just instant, twist the throttle, you're gone. I mean, look, everyone's so far back there right now. I like how it changed to blue now. I mean, it was orange before when it was in sport mode, but now it's like this real nice light blue. 6 miles, 14% now. But in all honesty, like, I haven't been very conservative with this ride. We've been doing pretty good speeds. As goofy as these mirrors look, I will say it's really nice to have them and actually for once be able to see what's behind you clearly. I could feel the bike definitely have less torque now. The top end is now we're getting into single digit range and 10%. So I wonder if it's like 10% and that starts happening. But we're pretty much home now, so I can rip it as hard as I want the rest of the way. It shouldn't matter. Ooh, nice little McLaren. 720S or 750? I think it was a 720. Very nice. Alright, with just 4 miles left on the range and 9% battery life, we successfully got the Zero back home. She is now paired with the M4, but I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this new bike reveal and are enjoying the new addition to the channel. Stay tuned for many more videos to come on the Zero. As always, this has been a vlog by the Moto Man. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace!